Welcome to Cine here, where you come for all of your media needs. My name is Ray.
It's your boy Nikki JJ.
And today we are reviewing the Netflix series Money Heist.
Bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao.
I don't know.
That's crazy. Created by Alex Pina, the show originally named La Casa de Papel, originally aired on a Spanish network or channel, Antena 3. Like, I know what that is. After its second season, the broadcasting or airing rights were bought by Netflix, thus making it a Netflix original at the creation of the third and fourth season. Yep. Originally, the show, I believe, was started in 2015, with the most recent season coming out this year, in 2020. Due to the events of the current world, this show, I think, has now become even more elevated to a level of popularity than before it was bought on Netflix. And just to put it in perspective, right? So they made 2 seasons. It was an okay show, really good writing, very strong, but not a lot of people watching it. A lot of people watching regular TV. Streaming is already dominating in 2015. Netflix picks it up. Everybody becomes Spanish superstars. That's basically what it is. Everybody gets 1 million followers, money coming out of nowhere, and now they have the ability to do anything. And so what you see in this show is a transition of wealth and resources as they move from the second season to the third season, which I can say still transitions beautifully, right? I think it really transitions beautifully. And overall, I want to say, just get it out, this show is absolutely amazing.
I agree with you. I want to make one correction.
Okay.
This can even be a debate. I don't really know. The first and second parts, I feel like it's one season. Even though it's 2 seasons, but it's really just one.
I don't know how everything was cut and moved when it got to Netflix, so it could be, but it feels like 2.
Well, I'm just saying because it was a continuation of the same heist. Like this one, we would say that this part 3 and part 4, and maybe even part 5 or more, is a continuation of the second heist.
Well,
so do we call that one season or
nah? You gotta call them the 4.
Okay, that's why.
Only because 3 and 4, I would like to do that as a heist. Right? Because it's the same heist. 3 and 4 was intentionally cut into 2 seasons. I know that for a fact.
Well, I know it's 2 seasons, but since it's the same,
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
I like to think of the show in 2 halves.
Because if this is like anime for people that watch that, they would do like a 8-episode season. It's the arc.
So we got to go into it. So the show is about a ragtag group.
Yep.
Who comes together to pull off one of the biggest heists. That's the first 2 seasons.
One of the best heists I've ever seen.
Fair enough. Where they rob the Royal Mint of Spain. And essentially, for those of you that don't know what that is, it is the place where all the money is printed in Spain. And it sounds crazy to think that this group of people would be able to rob it. But the guy leading the whole heist is known as the Professor. Yeah. And let me just tell you, this man is, I don't know, he is the Good Will Hunting of bank robberies. I
think he's more than that.
He's
different.
He's
like Sherlock Holmes.
Oh my God, he's the Albert Einstein.
Yeah, that level.
He's the Bill Gates. He's everything in terms of planning, intelligence, expertise, knowing almost anything you want to know. He's crafty. The show is amazing. I'm just like, the energy from me is just oozing out talking about the show because I appreciate it so much. And so the next 2 seasons, because you're like, okay, they robbed some in the first 2 seasons, and the second 2 seasons they pull off another heist, or are in the process of, because it's technically still going after this 4th season, of robbing the Bank of Spain. So the Royal Mint, now the Bank of Spain. So it's very dedicated to the heist genre. Movies like Inside Man or Heat. This sits in that same realm. Mm-hmm. Not as much action as Heat, but definitely the same level of acting and storytelling.
I think it might have as much action. I think it's just spread out.
It is. It feels a bit watered down. If you probably condensed it all together, you would get probably the same amount of action as Heat. To be fair, it is a TV show. This show is amazing. I'll let you pick it up. I've been talking for a while because I know you're going to say everything, and I would just check them off when you say it. Like, just tell me everything you like about the show. If you like the show, I'll speak for you.
I would call myself a TV connoisseur, right? Just like I would call myself a movie connoisseur. Like I do consume a lot of media, right? And that is why me and Nikki Tate both like to what we do. We love to come on and tell y'all how we feel about shows and movies and other media things that we like and enjoy, because we've been doing this for so long that we have a good grasp on when things are good, bad, and different, or things that normal people like me and you would like, right? And this show is by far the best show I've watched in the last 10 years. I would probably put this in my top 10 shows of if we start from 2020 and up, this decade for sure. The only show that I would put, we're going off the top of my mind. We didn't do any research, so might be shows I'm missing. I just want to put that out there. But the only show off the top of my head that I can think of that I would put ahead of this is Handmaid's Tale. Other than that, I can't think of any other show that is currently running. We're talking about currently running shows, not anything that has ended, concluded, or old, like, of course, like Breaking Bad and all that kind of stuff. We're talking about shows that are currently still running. This show is probably the second best I've seen in that span. The biggest reason that makes this show incredible, I think it always starts at the top, and I think it's the writing. I think the writing is by far some of the best on TV. Okay, let's keep going, right? We were now at this point. You're getting to see what me and Nikki Tate do when we watch these shows. You're getting to see how we feel and how we break down these films, because this series is so good. Since we're talking about all four of them, all four of the seasons, we got time, right? So I'm gonna give you what creates this second best show, like I said, of this decade so far.
That's great.
The next thing that you need to execute a perfect show, it's not perfect, but if that's your plan, is the acting, right? You can write the best lines in the world, but if the actors cannot deliver those lines and the gravitas of the scenes that you want, then it fails. You fail there. And every individual on this show did a spectacular job at acting. Everybody that's involved in the heist, everybody involved in the heist did a spectacular job. Whether you hate them, whether you love them, whether you don't want them on the show, whether you want them to die, whether you want them to live, they all gave you the intent of the writing.
Can I make a point? I want to make sure this is clear, because I want to give the right people praise. I would say I know a decent amount of Spanish. How much Spanish would you say you know?
I took Spanish in high school.
Yep, so we are not watching this show in its native language. We are watching this dubbed, English dubbed.
That's facts. That's a big point too.
And for the comment that you made, the acting, I want to specify, or at least clear, or at least provide my point of view, that the actors and actresses are acting phenomenally. Keep in mind, again, I'm not hearing their real voices. I'm hearing the English dub. Maybe them that actually English dubbed this. I highly doubt it for most characters. The actors, the emotion that is conveyed, the conviction of everyone, not listening. I'm talking about watching this on mute, essentially, and looking at everyone's face, thinking about the situation they're in, the next steps, the actions that they take. Masterful. I think everybody is their character to a T, just acting wise, without voices, right? The English dub is also really strong. It pairs well with the actors, and I know, like I tell him, like when we watch a lot of it, I want to watch this in Spanish so badly, because I want to see if the level of emotion is still there in the voice acting, which, again, going by their faces, I know it is. There's no question. But the English dub is doing a very strong job. It is the
on par.
On par. It is the second piece of getting me comfortable and in love with these characters. So both parts of this, absolutely phenomenal. That's all I want to say.
Let me continue to break down what would make a perfect series. Once again, this series is not perfect, but I'm just giving you the levels. What?
It's close.
It's close. I'm just saying nothing's perfect. Perfection is such a unattainable goal that people think is possible.
I got some perfect shots.
But let's go to the next. I think. Listen. Let me just stop here. Make sure you liking this video if you liking what we're doing right now. Because it's been knowledge. That is what we do. But I'm not the man in this next point. This next point, I wouldn't even say it's third, but it's very important. I'm going to actually let Nikki Tate take over in this department. Talk about the score.
The score is crazy. The score is crazy. And not because they've got something just grabs it like it's my boy Hans Zimmer lacing the track. But they choose Spanish songs, some of which I'm familiar with, that really help provide the energy when it's needed, set the mood. The intro I think is very delicate, but also very kind of sleek in a lot of ways. It's like, and again, most of this stuff is in Spanish. I don't even really know what's going on. I just know how it makes me feel, and everything is just flowing. Everything about this show is flowing together in just this delicate puzzle, right? And everything is placed and put according to somebody's plan. And the music in this, I mean, come on. You know, when they started to blow up, people are at places where they're shooting, singing the songs from the show. That's the kind of effect, you know, the music in this has on you. And I appreciate that. It adds. It just adds. It's a big stew of a good show, and they're just throwing every great ingredient in the pot.
And last but not least, the last key ingredient, to me, this is all my opinion based on how I feel and what I've gathered from watching a lot of movie and television shows. The last ingredient that makes a phenomenal show, if not perfect, right, would be how many genres can you feel your feet in as you are creating your own?
I know.
Is this a heist show? Absolutely. I don't think anybody can question that. Is this a romance? Absolutely. I don't think anybody can question that. Is this suspenseful? What kind of question is that? Once again, like, this show dips its toes in every genre. Only thing it's missing is horror. That's it. That's it. But even then, in the fourth season, there is a guy that is horror-like in his approach to things. So they even dabble in that a tad, right? This show literally has everything that you want from a television show. It really does. And with that being said, I will have to give this show a 9.5. I think that this show is the closest thing to being perfect as possible in a 4-season run that is also not even in English. Like, put that in perspective. It's not even in English. So it's just so hard to convey those. Like, the voice acting got to be so good. We watch a lot of dub stuff, and we're going to talk about that in some of our later reviews this week. And this is so bad, but this is not that. This is as close to perfection as I've seen in a while.
I'm disappointed in myself, mainly because it took me to the world circumstances to finally get in touch with this amazing show. You know, if what wasn't going on now didn't happen, I don't think I would ever watch this, which is sad because I would have been missing out on potentially one of my favorite shows of all time. Like, hands down, this show was awesome. I can't wait to see further installments. I kind of hope it goes for a little bit longer than I actually want it to. I want everything. I just want it to be sucked dry. It's like Game of Thrones all over again. I was getting everything I wanted for so long, and the end let me down. And now I am just looking. I'm looking for that void, and Money Heist is filling that void. It is crazy. It took, you know, like you pointed out, a Spanish TV show to get me what I thought I was going to get from an HBO international, you know, movement in Game of Thrones. So happy I saw this show. Like you, I'm going to go high 9s. I'm feeling like a 9.7.
That's not wrong.
I'm feeling like a 9.7 because it's not too many flaws. And like, I can nitpick at a few, you know, like the stuff we like to do, character decisions. Some things I feel a little awkward, you know. Some decisions were made, and it was like, yeah, you know what? Like, if that was me, I would have nixed this solution. I would have cleared this up. But you got to keep it exciting. It's a TV show at the end of the day. It isn't a movie, right? Like, it's got to linger in a lot of ways, and I like the linger. I like this linger, and I can't wait to see Netflix bring more. Thank you, Netflix. Thank you, Antenna 3. Yeah. Thank you, everybody who worked on this show. Mm-hmm. Shout out to y'all, because it's amazing.
I agree. And one more thing. I also want to say, I should have said this in the review, but if you stayed this long, you deserve this piece at the end. The professor, the guy that is orchestrating these heists, is by far the best heist runner I've ever seen in movie and cinema, anything.
Yeah.
I've never seen nobody craft a heist in the most stylish and smart and well thought out way. He improvises, like everything. Like he has every tool at his disposal to give you the perfect heist. I'm not even a criminal, but if I knew he was running the heist, I may have to take part.
No,
I might have to take part.
no way for me. I'm in. Say what you want to do. Say what you want to do. I am just your tool. Use your hands to guide me.
Fact.
You feel me? I am here. I'm here. That completes the review for Money Heist. Let us know how you feel about it. I really want to talk about it. I want to learn like what's your favorite character?
Yeah.
What's your favorite moment?
Mine, for sure.
Are you ready to see the next season? How long have you been watching? We can have a discussion about all of it in the comments. But to do that, you gotta make sure you like it. And if you like this video, make sure you absolutely subscribe so you can see additional videos just like this one. And as always, don't forget, you've seen it here. Money Heist. It's crazy.